Welcome to the Musar video blog. This week's Parsha is one of the major events in the history of the Jewish people. The splitting of the sea, Yam Suf. The sea splits, the Jewish people are standing there. They don't know what to do. The Egyptians are hot in pursuit. A miracle happens, the sea opens up, the Jews go through, the Egyptians, it's all over for them. And when the Jews get to the other side, they do something that's also a famous event. They sing Shiras Hayam, the song of the sea. And without getting into the details of what they say, but our sages tell us that a simple handmaiden at the sea saw visions greater than the prophet Yechezkel. The prophet Yechezkel, Ezekiel, who we know saw incredible visions of prophecy, of divine revelation, and yet the simple person at the sea saw greater visions than he did. Unbelievable. But our sages tell us also that 6 weeks later, the Jews would be standing at Mount Sinai and they would receive the Torah. And during those weeks that went by between the exodus from Egypt and the receiving of the Torah, the Jews had to do self-introspection. They had to work on themselves. They had to make themselves proper receptacles to receive the divine, to stand there at Mount Sinai and to, so to speak, hear God speaking and to receive the message from God. They had to be in a purified state. So the question is, it took them all those weeks to, they were standing at the sea. They reached a level higher than the prophet Yechezkel. What more did they need? Why did they have to continue and work hard to make themselves proper, unbiased, unblemished, ready to receive the word of God? What was there left to do? And the answer to this is a very fundamental point that we know is true in Musar, and we've heard it many times before, but that is, you can have an inspiration. You can have that incredible moment. It could be an epiphany. You could be up there, it's incredible, it's just amazing, I see things, I understand. But that is not what changes who we are. It's important, we need the moments of inspiration, without a doubt. They give us the vision of what there is to shoot for, of where we want to be. But God gives us those inspirations, and then we get back to regular life, and we have to take that vision, hopefully is etched in our minds, and make it a reality. And that's getting down to the nitty-gritty. And that's what Musar is about. As one of my teachers used to say, Judaism is what you do in between the highs. Everybody gets highs. Oh, that was awesome, incredible. I was so moved. But what do you do with it? So all these wonderful messages, you hear it, you see it, you read it, whatever it is, you feel it, something happens. That's great. It's really important. We can't go through life without those highs. But the real work, the real determination of who we are and are we successful is what happens in between those highs. I'm going to take those lofty, sublime ideas and translate them into practical life. That's the real measure of who we are. See you next time.